Hello, Echo Chamber. It's me again. This is Thursday at the Fringe. So, yeah, a week ago I was just leaving work, having seen the results of my students for A levels. It's GCSE results day today, so good luck. And also, my level 1 award students in number measure and statistics. Good luck to you. Right. That's your second attempt of doing one of these diaries, but I'm regretting doing what I said in the first one, so let's delete that in a moment. Right, so today has not gone smoothly, but let's go back to yesterday. Yesterday was back in the show rather than teching. Enjoyed it. I think we've got to the point where we just had a really good laugh. A little tweak with the show allows me a lot more time to think of stupid links for Apprentice. So I managed to, the task was to buy a pencil. The task that Apprentice actually managed to perform, and managed to link that from Elton John's bathroom via way of right said thread and sewing machine. So, what else did I do yesterday? Yesterday I went to see Frank Foucault doing shoes. I would say I have to go and see it, except the likelihood is by the time I upload this and share it, the Fringe is over, but go and see it anyway. Go and see Frank Foucault. Ridiculous. I've introduced him at gigs before, and I still can't get his name right. Anyway, he popped up on the open mic scene in Manchester a couple of years ago. Immensely funny guy, immensely random absurdist, and his shoes cabaret is awesome. Go and see that. That was at the Caves, which is somewhere down there-ish, somewhere that way. We were sitting. We got ourselves a stalker, which is great. Well, she turned up and was chatting to us at the gig, and then went to see Frank, and she turned up again. Don't mind. It's nice to have stalkers again. So she's come down to Manchester to do, and wants to join in with the improv called Jam. So look forward to working with her in September. Possibly even bring her up to the Fringe, because she's going to be at the Fringe anyway. Possibly. So yay. Then what else? Oh yeah. And today hasn't gone very smoothly. So I wanted to go and see Bonnie and Rufus build the Death Star, the Lego Death Star, not the actual Death Star. Though it's probably about as silly. Which is a dad and his, I'm going to say son and daughter. It looks like two daughters. I can't really tell. But building a Lego Death Star with some instructions and just a random Lego, which has been on an old Fringe. I've been able to miss it a couple of times because it's on quite early, and it's a pain to get in from out there for me because, you know, it involves waking up and stuff. And came to see it, and it wasn't on, which is annoying. The venue wasn't even open, so I do hope the level, if you built the Death Star, it's fallen to pieces and you stepped on a bit. Or if you're going back home early, I hope they're nagging in the car. Are we nearly there yet? Are we nearly there yet? And I hope you live in Penzance. Well, that's a bit passive. That's a bit aggressive, but yeah, a bit annoyed about that. So I tried to go off and see it. I've got the free Fringe booklets in my bag. Opened it up. I said, oh, that show looks good. Went over there. Yeah, didn't check the date. It wasn't on. Then, oh, bummer. But come over here to see Phil Jupiter's. Turns out that though it's a 12 show, I need to turn up 11:30 to actually get a ticket. So yeah, that wasn't helpful either. So I'm going to go and find somewhere to charge my phone up and upload stuff. Right, because yeah, this morning I'm normally a bit late out of the campsite, which allows me to charge my phone and also upload the previous video. Because everyone was having breakfast at the same time, not had enough Wi-Fi. The previous video still hasn't uploaded. Bummer. Right, so yeah, there was a couple of things I had to rant about earlier, but we'll do a few things I wanted to talk about. 4 minutes 43. This is nice, isn't it? I was on the stairs earlier when I did the previous video. I'm now on a slope. It's actually a great workout walking around Edinburgh. Especially, it's the kind of hills I like, because although it's cobbles and stuff like that, it's solid mud. Okay, you don't really get muddy hills in town, but I do a lot of hill walking on mud, you know, which is all soft and bouncy, and I do like all the stuff to walk on. Right, that's not divided by the at all. Right, what are we talking about? Yeah, the rush in to see this show that didn't happen on the tram. But then we got to Haymarket, West End, and then Prince Street. Traffic light, trams are stopped at. Went to Grenoble in the 1990s, south of France. They got an integrated transport system there that had trams, trolley buses. God, I would love a trolley bus, and buses. And we see public transport coming towards the traffic light. They had priority. The traffic lights would turn, and so tram would approach the traffic light would turn green, tram could go straight through it for that. It would stop the traffic. Then buses and trolley buses had a sort of low priority, but they would come up towards the traffic light, and if they were coming towards it and there's no tram going across it or something like that, the lights would turn green for them, turn red for the traffic. And means that it's so much easier for public transport to flow. But here, and both in Manchester, London as well, the same thing, and especially for things like the tram networks, where they're only a limited number and a fixed route, it wouldn't be so hard, I don't think, to be able to get them and the traffic lights linked up. I mean, they did it in France in the 90s. It must be possible. Yeah, might have done it in France in the 80s. I don't know how long that system had been running. Not looked up. This is just a... So, what else we could do? Yeah, we were sitting... Oh, this is a random thing. We were sitting waiting for Frankfurt, and there was jazz playing. I mean, but also people have been going on and on about there's an improvised rap group, there's a lot of improvised rap. You know. From my point of view, rap should be in improvised form. Yes, the commercialised obviously not, but rap, like blues, came from improvised battles. Well, rap came from improvised battle on the street. Blues also from the 70s and stuff like that. The improvised boasting of those communities, and then rap as well. They put down the improvised put downs, and so rap is an improvised thing. So the improvised rap, and that's what we saying about it's gone to see improvised jazz, and it was just noise. Firstly, jazz generally is just noise. Yeah, that was also noise. Because that's jazz. Secondly, well, jazz is improvised. I don't know, I do like some jazz, I like smooth, sort of chill jazz, but there's a bit for me where it's too much on the humour and the whimsy of people with this, of the theory of it, and sort of, that's a whimsical chord change, a whimsical chord progression somewhere in there, rather than as sort of a blues and a rock musician feel. And I'll take any day the raw solo from Dave Davis over the twiddling of a Yang Malmsteen. That's the first time anyone mentioned his name on one of these videos, in a video for a while. Right, what else was I going to do? Flying, of course we're at 9 minutes now. Flying. Yeah, because one of my bugbears is a 22-year-old comic who comes on after being with a girl for 3 weeks, and then comes in onto stage and says the thing about relationships is like you've cracked the fucking universe. Sorry for the language, but they annoy the heck out of me. So I just see how tall these buildings are. Amazing. So I'm not going to say like I've sold flying or we've sold flying, but wow, that's it. Wee. Wee. But improv, it's the amount of people we walk past. So free stand-up comedy, they're being paid to do this, we're not. We're gonna lose money. Whoop. But this still freestyle. What's different about your show? Why should I go and see your show? Does it just have to rely on how attractive the flyer is to the people who choose that who are attracted towards that gender? Is that just what's going to bring the shows? I do not know. But we've certainly got a different way with ours I've been trying to palm them off as an investment opportunity, complete your flyer collection. Also, if we can get a signed flyer, they'll probably be worth more money than paper money, worth more than the paper money after Brexit as a pound tanks. Yay, political. We've been standing on a crossroads by our venue and just yelling to each other across the crossroads, stuff like that, making it different. Because there are thousands of shows, and you've got to make some difference. Just from free stand-up comedy. Anyway, right. So that's basically me. I was going to talk about tents, but not really. I've slagged off jazz. That's made me happy. And I've ranted about the tram, the bus system. Yeah, we're not perfect in Manchester, not perfect in London, or in Edinburgh. But please, seriously, an integrated transport system somewhere. Annoyed that I've missed out on one show because they got the wrong date. But PBH books great for if you're just trying to find something. You can just look up they're arranged by time. Missed out one because it was full Jupiter. It was full anyway, and missed out one because they didn't bloody turn up. Really hope it's a long car journey home. Right, so that's that. I'm now going to try possibly to go to Wetherspoons and I also tried to go to, there's a promo gig that's going on, but for a group, I wasn't involved because I'm only on tech today and was going to head off to see it, but I got the wrong Lothian. I got a Lothian Street rather than Lothian Road and ended up on the wrong side of the city. And I thought, well, I can go and see something around here. So I'm going to basically now head off, see if I can charge my phone up a bit, maybe use some Wi-Fi to upload and stuff like that. I will take in today, and so I'll do some upload tomorrow, talk about stuff tomorrow, whoever knows what's going to happen. It's an exciting time. But basic lessons from today: Frank Fuku, woo. Improv, woo. I have missed out on seeing shows today. I might go and see Potter Vision in a bit. Anyway, bye.